KClark Skin. Welcome to another episode of Standin on Business, where we interview the hottest entrepreneurs and the most successful business owners. Today we are here with
Kesha Clark, owner of KClark Skin.
So Ms. Kesha, tell us a little bit about your business.
So KClark Skin is a skincare spa where we specialize in corrective skincare. We specialize in skin concerns such as acne scarring, hyperpigmentation, age correction, and barrier repair.
Okay, so how did you get into skincare?
I got into skincare off of my own experience with my skin. I myself, as a teen, I struggled a lot with acne and hyperpigmentation, and I always was trying to find a way to cure it myself. My mom would send me to dermatologists, and when she would send me to dermatologists, there really wasn't dermatologists that were treating skin of color. So I built a curiosity for my skin, and as I became into adulthood, I wanted to learn the science behind my skin. So that's when I decided to enroll in esthetician school, and that's why I became an esthetician.
Okay, so you had your own issue, and from that, you kind of turned that into a passion.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So with KClark Skin, I learned how to correct my skin, but I also wanted to help others with the similar situation that I've dealt with. So with my KClark Skin, our main focus is on helping people with their skin concern and helping them feel confident in their skin. And not only are they here to provide a corrective service, they are also here to have an hour or two of relaxation.
I love that. So you mentioned that as a teen, you noticed that there wasn't a lot of representation in the esthetician industry like yourself. So could you expound on that a little bit?
Yes. So I would go to different road shows, different trade shows, and when I would walk into the room, I wouldn't see anyone that looked like me. I would be the only one. So the reason why I got into skincare is because I wanted to be more a representation of us when we walk in the room. I wanted this not to just for it to just be me only, but I wanted this to be many of us.
I love that. That just makes me think, like, for example, if you Google like a symptom like rash on your skin, it's never really skin that looks like yours that pops up.
Yes.
So I can understand how that's important. So you also mentioned hyperpigmentation. So can you explain to us what hyperpigmentation is?
Yes, hyperpigmentation is excess melanin in the skin. It is formed in our basal layer of the skin, but hyperpigmentation starts with a process. So first it starts with the trigger. It is triggered by many external and external factors in the skin. It can be triggered by UV radiation, hormones, inflammation in the skin. That's the main reason why hyperpigmentation is triggered. Once it's triggered, then it's activated. It goes into the melanogenesis process where the pigmentation starts forming. It starts forming, it forms into a tyrosinase, which is our amino acid. Once it forms into the tyrosinase enzyme, then it transfers over into what we call melasomes. Once melasomes are created, then that's what brings the hyperpigmentation up to the surface. In order to inhibit the melanin production in the skin, we want to make sure we are blocking that tyrosinase inhibitor, because tyrosinase inhibitor is the one that causes the excess pigment on the skin. So that's what hyperpigmentation is. And it appears in a dark gray or even sometimes red appearance on the skin.
Wow. It's like science.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So you kind of mentioned like UV rays and things like that. And I noticed that nowadays we're hearing more about African Americans should wear sunscreen. Can you kind of talk to us about that?
Yes. So not only do African Americans need to wear sunscreen, all of us need to wear sunscreen. Sunscreen is important for all skin types. Not only does it help protect us against the UV rays in our skin, it also prevents us from premature aging in our skin as well. There are two types of sunscreen. We have the chemical sunscreen, which is absorbed into the skin where you apply it. This is best for if you're doing any extraneous activities outside, such as swimming, biking, any outdoor activities. I would recommend using chemical sunscreen, but my favorite sunscreen overall is mineral sunscreen, which is also known as physical sunscreen. That is sunscreen that is applied to the skin, and then it's applied to the skin, the UV rays reflect off of the skin, similar to a mirror. So I recommend mineral sunscreen for my type of clients because of corrective skincare, because it doesn't cause irritation to the skin and it's best for all skin types. Yes, mineral sunscreen does cause a white cast into the skin, but there are ways to prevent that white cast into the skin.
Mm. Wow, that's very informative. Yes. So you mentioned 2 different types of sunscreen. How important is it to kind of know what's the best products to use for your skin?
Yeah, so the first recommendation I would have if you are confused about using skin products for your skin is I would recommend seeing a skincare professional such as an esthetician to get you on the right skincare regimen. A lot of times we are looking on social media, following trends, and the trends that we see on social media might not be appropriate for our skin type. So it's important to consult an esthetician in order to get you on the right skincare. So a basic skincare routine I would recommend for my clients starting off if they came into KClark Skin and they don't have a skincare routine is the morning we are going to focus on protection, and in the afternoon we are focusing on correction. So in the morning we will start off with a cleanser, and then we will go into maybe an antioxidant serum such as a vitamin C to protect us from the sun, and then we will go into our moisturizer and our sunscreen. At night, we will focus more on correction. So that's when we will use a double cleanser. We will use an oil cleanser. We will use our regular cleanser. And then we will use some type of corrective serum or corrective ointment if you all have been prescribed retinol. And then we will go into our moisturizer at night too. So it just depends on your skin type, but that's the basic skincare routine.
So that was a little gem. So I hope y'all was taking notes on that one. So you also talked about trends. So one of the trends that I've been noticing is this Korean skincare regimens or Korean skincare products. Can you talk to a little bit about that?
Oh, yes. So KClark Skin, we now incorporate professional Korean skincare products into our treatment room. Korean skincare is a big trend. I know we see that glass skin look online and everybody wants to attain that. But in order to attain that glass skin look, you have to make sure you are repairing your barrier and making sure your barrier is corrected in order to get that glass skin look. I incorporate Korean skincare into the treatment room because their primary focus is barrier repair. So barrier repair, we use simple, gentle ingredients such as ceramides, Centella acidica, and different gentle ingredients in order to repair the skin, because if your barrier is compromised, then that makes rooms for any irritation into the skin, any redness, any sensitivity, and it will allow the skin to, you won't be able to correct the skin if your barrier is not repaired. So that's a big portion of why I incorporate Korean skincare into KClark Skin treatment room. I also incorporate Korean skincare chemical peels into my treatment room because they're very sensitive for the skin. I have a lot of clients that don't have 7 to 10 days to recover. So my Korean skincare chemical peels, you get the same results, but with less downtime.
Okay, that's important. Nice. So you gave us a lot of good information. Thank you for that. I even got some gems myself. Could you tell the people how they can get in contact with you if they want to book a service?
Yes. So you can go on my booking site. It's kclarkskin.me. You can book there. You can reach out to me online. I'm available on all platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. You can reach me there. And you can also contact me at 904-438-8431.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Kesha.
Thank you, Ebony, for having me.
KClark Skin.